Hi and welcome back to Lizard Studios. Today we are going to be editing the photographs that you did last time of the still lives. We are also going to talk about the paintings of Juan Sanchez Cotan, and we are also going to talk about different colors that we could give our photographs in our iPad or in our computer or in your tablet, so you can make a very nice series of photographs that you could show people, or that you could sell, or that you could give to somebody as a present. Okay, so let's get ready by getting our materials on the table. Okay, so today what you're gonna need is your iPad with the pictures that you took last time, okay, or your tablet, glue stick, scissors. You're gonna need different color of cardboards because we are going to be printing out your photographs, and then we're gonna glue them here just to make a mat, to put them on a mat and to make them a little bit harder, so when we put on the wall, then it's more, it's more presentable, okay? So that's why you need different color cardboards, just to see which one you're gonna use later on when you print, okay? So that's what we need for today. And the first thing that we're gonna do today is talk about a little bit about composition, a little bit about color, and a little bit about our painter that we have been looking at, Juan Sanchez Cotan. Okay, so let's begin. In this painting, King's Cabbage, Melon, and Cucumber, Juan Sanchez Cotan, he has made a triangular type form in his painting inside a box, okay? So he makes the eye go from one side to the other of the painting, he makes the eye kind of like move around the painting. For Renaissance time, this was a masterpiece because the still lifes that were being made at the time were not like this. They were not as simple as this. They were more intricate, they had more things in them. And this is a very simple still life, but still it's very well thought out, so your mind and your eye travel around the painting. So that is why I like these paintings of Juan Sanchez Cotan, because they're very simple, but they're very well thought out. So what we were trying to do was find that simplicity in his paintings, like his other paintings also, and put that into our paintings, well, into our photographs right here. So we're going to be looking at these photographs that we took last week, and I'm just going to go through to show you some of the ones that I took. You guys probably have yours in your iPad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start editing them, and I'm going to show you how to do that. In this photo right here, what I did was I changed the background. It's the same photo, but I showed you how you could change the background cardboards, so you could make different colors in the background. And I also showed you how to put the whole bottom and the back in the same color, so you could have that effect too, that you have the same color in the bottom and at the top also. Okay, so here you have the same photo, the same still life with different backgrounds, you see? Okay, so what I want you to do today is make a series. What is a series of photos? Well, a series of photos has to have something in it that is similar. So you know that something's happening there, that it's repeating. If something is repeating, even though it's not in the same context, okay? So for example, here I have the mango, and here I have some lemons, and here I have the mango and the lemons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this photo because it has mangoes, this one because it has the lemons, and then this one I'm not going to pick today because it doesn't have what I really wanted to have, although I could put it in there because it does have the elements of the nuts. But I'm not going to use this one today. I'm just going to pick these three: the mangoes with the nuts, and the garlic, the lemons, and this one of the mangoes and the lemons. Okay, so those are the ones that I am going to work with today. And this one was inspired by our painter today, okay? So when we look at this photo, we see that it's not well taken. The outside lines are not well, so I need to edit this photo. I also want to change the color around a little bit because I want it to be almost the same color in the three photographs. So what I do here is I edit, okay, and when I touch this little square right here, okay, it's gonna let me see, it's gonna let me cut the picture. So I am going to cut the picture just a tiny bit. I'm gonna make the same space on this side as on this side, more or less like that, okay? And I think I am done with that. And now I am going to change the colors. So what you could do is you could play around with the different colors. Well, this is to make it stable, to make your photo stable, for it to be horizontally put together, you see. But we're not going to do that because the photo was fine. But if it was moved around, then you could just change that, okay? Now it's perfectly there in the center, okay? So we're just going to leave it there, and we're going to press done. We're done with this. I'm going to keep on editing it, but I am going to change now the brilliance, how bright this is. So with this little scale here, you can make it darker, as you see, or lighter, very light. I do want you to have very dark spaces in your photo and very light places. For example, here you can really see the light on the mango, okay? And right below the flower, you can really see there's some darkness, and there's some darkness in the shadow. So we're gonna leave it around there, okay? Then you have your next little circle there, which is shadows. And if you wanna make shadows, you just, no shadows, it becomes lighter. With lots of shadows, it becomes a little bit darker, you see? So that is up to you what you like to do. I like to have shadows in my photos, so I'm gonna leave it around here, okay? Contrast. Okay, so in contrast, we find the same thing. It becomes all yellow. Maybe this is something you want to do, that you just want for your whole photo to have less contrast and for it to look like very, 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 very flat. If you don't want it to look flat, if you want it to have more depth, okay, if you want it to look like it's really going back and forth in space, then you give it a lot of contrast. But if not, look what happens. It becomes really, really, really flat, okay, like maybe a drawing. So you could do whatever you want with this, okay? I am going to keep it right about here, okay? The next one, this is if you use an iPad. Always, if you use a tablet, you will have different programs, and always in pictures, okay, where you put your photos, you could take them from there and then you could work with that program, all right? Or you could work on a computer also, okay? Brightness. How bright your photo is, if you want lots of light in it, or if you want a darker photo. I kind of like it the way it was, so I'm going to leave it there. Light and black point, if you really want lots of black and lots of white, you see, as I was saying, I really like this in my photos, so I'm going to keep it there, okay? And now, saturation of color. How much color do you want? Do you want your photos to be in black and white? Because that's one thing that you could have the option to make your photos in black and white, or you can make them very bright with lots of color, but that really hurts my eye. So I don't really want photos like this, it hurts my eyes. So, and black and white pictures, black and white photos are really fantastic because, for example, look at this right here in the middle. You could really see how it's shining right there, okay, all of a sudden. And in the garlic, you could also see how it's shiny. So that's really cool, something that you can't really see if you have so much color. You don't really notice it as much. So in black, I like black and white pictures a lot, okay? So today we are going to continue with color, and I think I'm gonna keep my photo like this because I really, really like it. So in the saturation, that's the place where you can make it black or you can make it really, really, really colorful. But I'm gonna keep it here. And then there's other options that you could change around. For example, the warmth. If you want warm colors, or if you want more cool colors in your photo. So that depends on the mood that you want your photography to be, okay? I love playing with this because you always learn new things. Tint also, if you want more the color to be harder, or like have more tint in it, more color, or if you want the color to be less colorful. For example, here the green is like olive green, and all of a sudden here this is like a bright, almost like Christmas green. Okay, I like it right halfway like it was before, so I'm gonna keep it like that. All right, and then you could play with other, with other functions. For example, noise reduction. If you want to have lots of little details or no details, see, it's blurry, now it's blurry, but if you want, it's called noise when you have all the little dots come out and you see all the pores and you see everything in your photo. So that is noise in photographs, okay? When you see all the different parts of that picture, all the little wrinkles, like my wrinkles right here, or all the little forms. All right, so but I'm gonna keep it normal like it was before, because I just like it the way it was. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it there, and I'm gonna put done. And now I am going to do this to the rest of my photographs, and you guys do the same. So play around with the photos that you pick, make them have almost the same colors, and then we're gonna print them out and we'll finish them by putting them on cardboard. So just watch me and then we'll finish up, okay? Okay, now that I have the 3 photos that I edited and I want to work with, I am going to print them out and we're going to put them together in a second. Okay, so here we are. Now I have these photos that I have printed out in my printer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around them, and I am going to put them with a background that is similar in all of them, because I do want to keep like the same sense of color and the same sense of background. So when I show them, I think I'm gonna use yellow. Okay, so just watch me as I cut these and I'll show you. Okay, so here are my 3 photos already framed, and what I'm going to do is I am going to put them side by side. I'm going to stick them together like this, and I'm going to put them side by side, or maybe one on top of the other, and I'm just going to pick these 3 because I really like them, and when I show them, when I actually put them so people could see them, I'm gonna put them side by side like that. First, I'm gonna put this one in the middle, okay? And then I'm gonna put this one on one side and this one on the other side. Like that, there's like a color scheme, okay? So I have like these lemons that are yellow on this side with the light yellow. So you have to really pick your colors when you decide to show your photograph, okay? You really have to pick those colors. So I'm gonna put them here so you could see them like this, okay? So you can see the different colors and you can see what I'm saying. So see, lemons here, lemons on this side also, and this yellow that looks like the lemons right here. And also, we have here the nuts, which are in the other 2 photographs. So you can see it's a series of photos that I have made using same items, okay, but different color backgrounds, different things in all of them, but you could tell that it's the same artist, okay? So once you have glued them down together, you want to get a pencil or a pen and just sign them, and we sign them right here, okay? Right here. Liz Art 21. Okay, so just sign them right there so they know it's your photos. All right, and like that you have your beautiful series of photos to show. Okay, so let's review what we have done today. Okay, so in these 2 lessons we have talked about composition. We have talked about a simple way to do a still life, just where your eye flows through the picture, maybe symmetrical or maybe like a triangle. We have taken the same items and we have made different still lives, so to have like a conductor. Okay, a conductor means that you have something the same in each photograph. So you see that it's a series of photographs of it. It's the same photographer, the one that is doing the photos. Okay, so that's what we have done down here. I showed you already. I'm using the yellow of the lemons here, and I'm using the nuts here, and you can see it's the same photographer doing these 3 photos, even though they're all different. Okay, so when you frame them, please frame them in almost the same color, so it highlights what you have done and it's nicer to look at. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you enjoyed taking your photos, editing them, and I hope you have a nice week. And remember, creative minds build a better future. Bye bye.